Hello, everybody. Welcome to the July Energy Update. I'm here to bring through some messages, some guidance, and themes around the month ahead. This month feels big. It feels massive. I am just seeing July with a big capital letters flashing light. There's a lot to do with this month around the collective ascension, the ascension process, the awakening process. This really big shift happening within the collective where a lot of you are part of this shift. You've come here at this time to be part of this energetic shift. And there's a lot of awakening happening at a really quick, fast pace for a lot of people. A lot of people, their light and their gifts are really turning on. Their mission, their purpose, their real reason for being here is almost turning on. They're showing me like the dial turning on really quickly, almost like overnight shifts. And here's the thing with that is that I'm seeing a lot of really big life upgrades. This month is like a really big month for life upgrades, a burst of energy, an expansion into the new phase of ascension, because a lot of people who are, likely listening to this have been in these period of where, you've been through a lot of completions, you've been through the lessons, you've been through a lot of tests, you've been through all these different things that have served to wake you up and transition you into this new timeline, into this new energy, into this new version of yourself. This version of yourself that you came here to be and become is here. A lot of you, there's been a lot of turbulence. It's been a turbulent transition for you. And really why this is taking place is because it has served you to wake you up to your truth, to serve you to wake you up to your power, to your worth, to remember who you really are and all that you came here to be and the potential that you have that is right in front of you. And I'm just really feeling this month that there's a big pressure that has been building. There's a pressure that has been building to expand, and it feels like this burst of energy. It feels like really big energies, really big things landing, big energies grounding. The Earth's energies are shifting, like the Earth's grids are shifting. And that came through about a month ago. But this is really where I'm seeing this energy combining to bring forward change on an accelerated level and things really shifting into place, energetically shifting into place and locking into place. That creates a lot of movement, a lot of momentum. There's a lot of changes that you guys did not see coming, or things that maybe you felt were far away are right here. So there is a lot around huge desires, manifestations, opportunities, things that you did not see coming because you just, when you're stuck in your limited mindset, and I feel like a lot of you have been doing the thing, you've been putting yourself out there, you've been, whatever you've been doing, it's like there's this moment where the work of that begins to pay off. You're going to notice yourself energetically shifting. You're going to notice new things coming into play. And I feel like you have to be almost really open and expanded and not limited in your mindset. This is the month to really be expanded in your minds to new possibilities, to things coming in almost overnight. This is really your month where you want to really be in the believing it before you see it, and be wildly delusional that this is happening, that you are fully taken care of, that something is manifesting that has maybe taken a while. There are things on the way that you likely did not see coming. And maybe you even had sensed this before, but there are things that are happening that you have been energetically and physically preparing for a long time that you did not see coming that are going to come into play this month. There are a lot of big opportunities, manifestations, desires, huge life upgrades that are on the way, and you've been preparing for this for quite some time. This is the month, they're saying, if there ever was this moment to let go of doubt, they're saying humans have way too much doubt. There's way too much doubt that is clogging up the energy. This is the month to be wildly optimistic and almost delusional, like that Delulu saying that everyone's talking about, but being in this place where you believe it before you see it. And the more that you believe it, you energetically become it. You're energetically part of this shift, right? I feel like a lot of you have crossed the threshold into this new energy. And because you are immersed in this new energy, that is when it comes in, right? Because something's already happening. And I feel like a lot of you, maybe for a while, you were pushing for it, you were desiring it, you're begging for it, but you're sending out that energetic signature for it. But now there's a shift happening where you can feel it. You can feel something coming in. You can feel some kind of shift happening. You can feel a change within you. You can feel something manifesting. And I feel like there is this shift happening where you no longer are questioning it, and now you're in this place where you are open because you can feel that it's actually already happening. You can feel yourself being so taken care of, that you can feel yourself moving beyond those lessons that have kept you stuck in these old cycles, because there is this moment where you are energetically shifting. And I feel like some of you have made the decision. Some of you are already crossed the threshold. You are moving through that doorway now. You're already in this new energy, and you can feel something coming. You've been sensing it for a while. You no longer have to ask for it or question it. Maybe you were frustrated because it wasn't here, but you can feel it coming in. And that is where this month is. You want to be very believe it to see it, knowing that it's already working out, knowing that it's already taking place, because big things are manifesting and coming in out of nowhere. There are things that you did not see coming, or maybe felt like they're far away, or maybe you've been asking them for a while, that are ready to drop in. And you have been really preparing energetically for this month. You've been moving through a lot of upgrades, life upgrades, attunements to higher frequencies, and a way of being that has opened up this new portal for a lot of movement, a lot of momentum that you are aligning yourself up for. There's such a new energy available, and there's a lot unlocking, but things are really shifting into place. And a lot of you are part of this collective shift into this new timeline. Your energy field has been significantly upgraded, and you're moving away from a lot of old connections, a lot of old fears, a lot of limitations. You've shifted and upgraded your life and frequency to be in a place where now this is ready to come in. Keep your mind open to limitless possibilities taking place. This is about zooming out and seeing the bigger picture, not about being limited and stuck in your day-to-day life. I feel like you've been taking all these steps. A lot of progress has been made to this point where now this thing is coming in. Now there's a lot you're feeling that sense of movement. You're moving beyond into this new energy. And so you're being asked to really zoom up and out and see things from a higher perspective of how things have been shape-shifting and playing out, because there's a lot of new that's coming in. There's a lot of big things that you've been holding your energy for, you've been holding out for. Your energy has been preparing to receive these things. And you can feel it. You know that this is your month. You can really feel it to believe it and stay in that energy of belief. Don't give in to doubt. This is not the time to stay in doubt. This is your time to believe it and to feel it, because it's coming in. There's a part of you that knows that you no longer have to question any longer, because you know that it's coming in. There's a lot of big things and big energies coming in. I don't know if you guys can hear that, whatever that is outside, but there's a lot of big things that are going to be coming in. And you're ready. You've been working for a while at this. You've been preparing for this energetically. A lot of you, space has been created for, and you've been holding the space for a lot of new to enter. So I do feel like there's been a lot of pressure that has been building for this big burst of energy, for this big burst of an expansion. This is like a major expansion energy. A lot to do with your expression too. A lot of authentic expression, big burst of energy, huge life upgrades and expansion into this new phase. You've been through a significant period of transformation. You've been through a lot of purging. You've released a lot. You've been through a massive upgrade, which has created space and open up your energy for a lot of more of your soul's unique light to be expressed and to shine your light. Your vibration is completely shifted, and a lot of people can feel that. They can sense it. A lot of people that you're connected to can sense this energetic shift within you. People can feel it before you do. And that's how you know, when you know your vibration is shifted, because you become more visible. Your people around you that are connected to you can feel your energy shifting. They can feel that you're onto something. This is a moment to really anchor and ground in all these shifts, all these new codes that are coming in, and all the upgrades that are taking place, because you're being asked to, things are going to move forward really quickly. It feels like an accelerated pace. It feels like you have the opportunity, and I feel like some of you have already chosen, but some of you have to make a decision. Some of you are just being asked to be wildly like really believe in this shift, that you can have what you want now. Like this thing can happen now. You don't have to wait a long time. You can actually move forward quite quickly because you're energetically ready. You've been preparing for this for literally lifetimes. And so I feel like a lot of you do have this moment to get off this same track, the same loop, and really shift into this new energy. And that's where you're going to feel this timeline shift happening. For a lot of you, you've already chosen, you're already walking through this gateway, you've passed through this threshold, you made it through all these completions, and you're stepping into such a new energy. Your light is needed, your gifts are needed. This thing that you want to create is so needed, and now's the time. And you're likely, I feel like a lot of you, there's been sort of some blockages, some delays, or you've been really just in this temporary holding period. But this period of delays are now over. And I feel like a lot of karmic blessings and rewards are right in front of you. Your hard work is paying off. You know, it can be easy from here. You no longer need to push so hard to receive what's already on its way, what's already there. And that's when you know when you're in the sweet spot, when you know, it's almost like you feel like you need to question, get frustrated, and ask for that thing. You're doing it from an old place, and now you're like, oh, I actually feel it. I feel like I can surrender now. I feel like I can trust now. I feel like I actually believe that something's happening. Things are shifting. I can feel it. And you can energetically feel something's already on its way. So you're being asked to really trust in that, to hold that belief, because it's almost like the way that things happen are so overnight, they feel out of nowhere, but you have been putting out a lot of lines, right? You've been putting out a lot of feelers. You've been putting yourself out there. You've been working towards this thing. So it's a surprise almost, but it's actually not a surprise because you can feel it and you know it, and you've been preparing for this for a while, and it's time to move forward. And I feel like a lot of you are in this two-way manifestation where ask and receive, like your needs are being provided for in the wildest ways. And so if you can stretch your capacity to receive, it almost feels like when you spend money, it's instantly being replaced in the wildest ways. There's a lot of flow and synchronicity. I feel like you're being really heavily supported, and there's a lot of abundance that's coming in. And I feel like even like delays to abundance and rewards are coming in. So it's almost like this, I see you going out and you spending, and instantly something comes in to receive. And it's like this really interesting thing that's now showing you like, oh, I can trust now. Yes, this is the new energy. This is the new frequency that I'm stepping into. So ask and receive. And I feel like they're showing me these old ways with like the way in like the ancient times of like Lemuria and Atlantis, the way that it was like this symbiotic way of living, like synergistic symbiotic way of living, where you need something and well, there's a massive hawk flying above, but you need something and something comes in, or the right person for that energy exchange comes in. And I feel like that's where this equal give and take, there's a reciprocal nature that's coming in. What you put out comes back to you. What you put out comes back to you magnified. And I feel like you're stepping into this new way of living where there's a lot of the right people coming in. There's a lot of flow and synchronicity. And so you're being asked to really expand your mind to new possibilities because your needs are being provided for. What you want to do and what you want to step into is really significantly being supported. There's a lot of energetic support in you doing what you want to do. And I feel like you have really deep desires on your heart. And it's about you really being clear and honest about what those desires are. Because I feel like, you don't have to wait 10 years to have what you want now. You can close the gap on that. You know what I mean? And it's about you making those steps now and creating those steps now. And when you zoom out and you see things from a higher perspective, right? So it's like if you temporarily are being asked to leap or move off the edge of something, right? To live off the edge, it's about zooming up and seeing where you are now and how you can create that change now, and less of like this being stuck in the day-to-day, if you know what I mean. Like I feel like some of you want to create change now, and you can do that now, but it may require you to temporarily shift out of something and in like let go of something or whatever it may be, to fully be in trust and fully immerse yourself in the energy that you want to be in right now. So that's going to take form in however it plays out for you in your own personal life. You just have to feel into what that message is for you. It's about tapping into what you truly want, your true direction now, your true desires now, and not being limited in like, it has to be this or that. It feels like there's an all-encompassing energy that it can be this and that. You don't have to really sacrifice, or, you can have what you want now, and you actually have the power and the energetic support to step into that now. It feels like you can make a decision now. And when you make that decision, you watch how quickly your life can shift. And I feel like some of you have already shifted. You've already crossed that threshold. Some of you are in the process of, but there's this energetic support, and you have the opportunity to like walk through that doorway now and make that change now to accelerate your own personal path. And that's what I feel like is happening this summer. There's an acceleration on your own personal timeline. There's a lot of movement happening, a lot of big things landing into form that you've been preparing for a really long time, but you have to believe in yourself right now, because you are far more qualified and ready than you could imagine yourself to be. And I feel like a lot of you, there's a lot of soul remembrance. There's a lot of activations on a soul level of a deep remembrance that you've done this before, that you've been preparing for this moment for a long time. And a lot of these delays are over. You've been through all of the lessons, the initiations, the tests that have prepared you to step through this big gateway right now. Like this is the opportunity to step in now. And I feel like a whole new set of possibilities are opening up that you did not see coming. There are opportunities, there are things coming in that you couldn't have fathomed. Like you couldn't even have imagined this. And it's not meant to be predicted, right? You're just meant to experience it. You're meant to do your part, right? And open up space and be as expanded and limitless in your mind and your energy as possible for these things to drop in. Because a lot of you have been holding the space. Your energy has been completely shifted and upgraded to create space for all this new stuff that wants to come in. For some of you, it's love, it's money, it's opportunities, it's your gifts that are coming in. It's these manifestations that you've been wanting that are ready to come in. And I feel like you've been so used to things being one way, and now you're being asked to expand. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's coming in, and you can feel it. You can feel it now. You're no longer questioning it. And I feel like you may go about your day and suddenly a whole new set of possibilities open up that you thought were far away, or it wasn't even part of your awareness. And that's where this acceleration is happening, right? You're going through these overnight shifts where a whole new reality and possibilities and ideas and opportunities and people are sent your way that you didn't even see coming. There's a lot of divine messengers and divine experiences that are coming in. So you're really being asked to keep your mind and your heart open to the impossible becoming possible. There's a huge opportunity now to jump and land into a new timeline. There's a huge timeline shift happening. And a lot of you are part of this massive collective shift, and you're being asked to walk through that doorway now. There's these new guides coming forward, a lot of very high vibrational beings that are beyond from this realm that are coming forward to connect. And they're really, it's coming from this place where your energy has turned up, your dial has turned up, your frequency, your magnetism, right? Your light, your soul's unique light has been sending out a call. So some of you in a very 3D tangible way, it's like your prayers are being answered. They've been heard, and you need to hear that what you want has been heard. A lot of you have these things that you keep to yourself, of these big dreams and these soul deep desires. You've been sending out this call, and your prayers are being answered. They've been heard. They've been answered. Nothing has gone unnoticed, and there is these higher guides and group, your guides, your ancestors have been witnessing your transformation. They see the direction that you want to go in, and they're saying, like, leap off the cliff. You've been preparing for this. You're ready for this. You've been working so hard for this. what you touch turns to gold, okay? Big things are manifesting as if out of nowhere. A lot of movement and momentum is coming forward, and you've been aligning yourself to this new energy. So I feel like you've put out this call, and you've also been answering this deeper calling of your soul. So I feel like you've energetically been emitting a new signature of these new desires, and a lot of new people are coming in, a lot of new connections. I feel like you are moving away from a lot of old connections because they no longer are needed in this next phase. And there's almost a new energy that's needed to unlock this new frequency within yourself, unlock this new energy. So I do feel like there's a lot of new people for some of you who have businesses or social media. I feel like you're a lot of new energy is about to come in. Like you have yet to realize the invisible workings of how things can come in at this point, but you've been putting out you've been doing a lot of work, and that work has been recognized and noticed. And just watch at what can come in from here. Watch as these, like, I feel like a lot of things are moving forward at once because you're stepping into a new phase. You're stepping into a new energy. There's a lot of old energies and old people that have been part of this, but they're no longer part of this new experience. And you almost had to, I feel like a lot of shifts have been happening within relationships and people, this breaking away to be in a different energy, and new groups of people are coming in. I feel like you've maybe had this moment where you've moved away from something or stepped away from something. It's because that energy break was needed in order to catapult, they're saying, your acceleration, in order to step into, like, you've been unconsciously holding yourself back and tethering yourself into a slower energy. And this break was needed, or this breakaway was needed, in order to shift you into this new energy, because there's a lot of new energy and people that are coming in that fits the bigger picture. So it feels like old key players, old people that were part of this phase, are no longer needed. And I feel like some of you have broken away, or you're just, a lot of new people are ready to come in, a lot of new soul groups coming together, that are part of this new phase of what you want to bring in. It's like your new energy and new lights are needed in order for you to step into this in a way. So I do feel like there's a lot of new people coming together, a lot of new people that almost like this symbiotic way of living where it's this equal give and take. This you both are coming together for a higher purpose. These groups are coming together for a higher purpose that is for the collective, that is for your own soul's growth and evolution, right? There's new energies that are needed for this next phase of expansion. So I do feel like a lot of groups, new groups coming together, a lot of new people coming together that are here to expand you. They're huge expanding energy expanders. They're here to help create these new opportunities. Like, I feel like there's a lot of new helpers coming in, and it feels like an equal give and take you're coming together for a bigger collective reason to both experience an expansion. Whereas before, there are a lot of energies that were, I think, pulling at your energy and sort of keeping you tethered into a slower vibration or a slower energy, or an old energy and version of yourself. And now you've unhooked from that, and all these new energies are coming in. I feel like a lot of new guides, a lot of new high vibrational guides. These ones are coming in, and it's with a greater purpose and mission. They're here to, like, your energy, your magic, your light is turning on. And I feel like your connection to higher consciousness is strengthening right now. And there's a lot of new downloads that are going to be coming through for you to take action on. A lot of divine support coming in, a lot of new guides that are here for this next phase. They could just keep talking about this next phase of ascension, this new timeline that is coming in. And I feel like it feels like a big rush of excitement, a lot of pressure that has been building for some time that just unleashes. It feels like huge life upgrades. And I feel like a lot of you have been energetically preparing for this for a long time, and you're ready for it. It does feel like you're running on one track, or you're you're doing one thing and then you have this whole new set of possibilities or ideas that open up and unlock. Specifically, they're using the word unlock. There's a lot of unlocking happening, breaking of energy and expansion into this new way of being. It's so funny. I totally forgot. I had this dream of glass breaking and shattering, and it was this big chalice, which is this sacred energy. It's this sacred well within you, breaking and opening and expanding. And I feel like a lot of you who have, in the fall, I did this whole podcast on energy completions. And when, like, if you see broken glass, it's your sign that you've broken the curse, you've broken the energy, you're breaking through. And I still get so many people that send me pictures of broken glass all the time. And I feel like there's this moment where this energy is breaking, it's expanding. Like I see this glass ceiling expanding, you're breaking through. This is your breakthrough moment. Oh my God, like you've worked so hard to break through. And this is your expansion moment. You are finding that place of huge expansion energy. And a lot of you, like there's a decision, but your soul has already decided. And so you're energetically stepping into this new energy. And it's so different than before. I feel like the more that you can be open and unlimited, the best way that you can be, and to really zoom out and see the bigger picture. So it's this asking of this question: is this habit? Is this pattern? Is this person? Is this thing that I'm doing in my life creating and filling the bigger picture? And if it's not part of the bigger picture, you are being asked to trust in dropping the old stuff that you don't need to do and fully immersing yourself in the big picture energy. So I feel like the more that you can stop trying to figure out, they're saying zoom out, see things from a bigger perspective right now. So for some of you, I feel like you're being asked to really work on a creation. You're being asked to really take some steps on a creation. Like, this is a big thing. You're being asked to jump in, to move off the edge and to step into this. But I feel like you're really deeply supported in it. But I feel like there's still these things that you feel like you need to do that you don't need to do anymore. It's not helping. It's not serving the bigger picture, right? And so if you can zoom out and see things from a bigger perspective, even if it means like temporarily I don't know how to explain it, but if you're temporarily uncomfortable for a minute, or you're temporarily having to cut back in some way, or you're moving away from this thing that doesn't align and to energetically fuel this thing, you're being asked to trust right now that you can fully immerse yourself into what you want to do, fully immerse yourself in creating the change that you want to see right now. And the more that you fully let go of these old things that you no longer need to do and fully fuel all your energy in energizing this new timeline and this new version of yourself and the creations that you want to do. And that means really creating space from these distractions and maybe it's like, instead of watching TV or like going out or doing things that, that are sort of distracting, they're pulling at your energy, and you're temporarily letting go of that so that you can fuel your energy into your mission, into your purpose, into your desires, right? Into your creations. And that is where you want to zoom out and see the bigger picture. Maybe it's changing up your schedule a little bit so that you can create more space to do this thing, to step into this thing. A lot of space creating for new things to come in. So it's, even if it feels like you're temporarily holding out, right? You make a leap and you don't exactly know if it's going to pan out. That's not your job. You're being asked to hold the space for it and just watch as things are going to come in. It feels like there's a lot of momentum coming in. Sometimes to do the things that you want to do, you have to do the things that you don't really want to do, right? So that means maybe there's some little things that you don't want to have to do, like the little building of things that you don't want to have to do, but it's part of the process, right? In order to create this expansion, sometimes we have to not do the things that we want to do, right? The habits, the patterns, the distractions, all the things in order to do the things that we really want to do. So set the foundations, create the space for this to happen. Get your ducks in a row because this thing wants to happen. There are things, structural things in your business or in your life that you've been putting off. Now's the time to get in there. And even if technology is not your thing or this thing is not your thing, right now, you might have to temporarily do the things that you don't want to have to do in order to create space for things to move forward. So it's about getting out of your comfort zone and being so fully immersed in this new energy that you're not even worried about like what it looks like or what people are going to think, because this thing is actually your soul's truth. It's your soul's alignment. A lot of you are really being asked to refine and align. It feels like this refinement of your gifts, refinement of what you're doing, refinement and alignment of your message. This unfiltering and unveiling of yourself is needed to allow for this full expression to come forward, to allow the fullness of who you are to come forward, to be unapologetic in unleashing that fullness of who you came here to be, to really fully anchoring in and stepping into your power and unleash this full expression and potential. A lot of you are in such a powerful place of alignment, yet you're having difficulty seeing because you're stuck in this like limited day by day thing. But when you're being asked to zoom out and see what's right in front of you, because it is right in front of you, many things that you've been working to manifest, you just have to let go of constantly telling yourself that it's not here yet. You have to let that go. And once you let that go, it just creates so much space to allow it to happen, right? You're getting in the way of, but you've been having to really hold your energy and vision. Do not give in to doubt, because this is the moment where you're no longer pushing away or sabotaging. You're fully holding and reclaiming your magic, your gifts, your potential. It's all opening up. A lot of you are reawakening your channels of light. Your chakras have been really going through a lot of upgrades for a lot of new downloads, a lot of higher frequencies to come through, a lot of new information, a lot of new codes, a lot of new energies coming through. A lot of you went through a recent purging to create space for more of your soul's light, more of your energy and your essence to come forward. Your vibration is completely shifted, which has opened you up to so much more. A lot of quick energy. The downloads are coming through a lot quicker than before because you've been moving through a lot of upgrades. This energy is really shifting into place, and it feels like after the 7-7, it's really shifting into higher gear, really moving along quickly. So we're just going to finish off with a little visual, a little activation. You can close your eyes and just taking a moment to really feel into your heart and notice the moments right before. And as you look in front of you, you see this gateway. You see a new doorway open. And you make this commitment to walk through this doorway, this gateway, to cross the threshold, the finish line into the new. And you're grounding in on the other side, and you can feel your frequency rise. You can feel your vibration shift. You have crossed the threshold. You're landing in this new timeline, this new energy, this new frequency and version of yourself with so much acceleration, so much change, so much momentum. You've made a decision to step through this doorway and this gateway right now. Just taking a moment to feel into this new energy. What becomes possible here? Grounding into this new space, your dream life, this new gateway of opportunity that's open just for you. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. I hope that you guys have a wonderful month. As always, I would love to see your comments, like, subscribe, share with a friend. Speak to you guys in the next one. Have a great day.